Oh, good evening, friends. Thank you for joining us tonight. I can't see the church coming online with our stream tonight, so we might have to start without them. So I'll warn Lainey, our medium tonight, Lainey Baine, to be ready a bit earlier, perhaps for an opening prayer, if that's all right, Lainey. In the meantime, friends, if you've got any healing names for tonight, we will do a short healing prayer. We'll read out the names. So if you post them into the comments here, that would be wonderful. If the church do come online, obviously I'll switch us over to them, but I can't see anything yet. It's great to have you all with us tonight. It's been quite a lovely day here in Thundersley. Lovely weather for gardening. Hello Dee, Jacqueline, Vicky, Eileen, Linda, Christine, great to have you all with us. Welcome to our friends on YouTube as well. We don't get as bigger audience on YouTube at the moment, but really great to have you with us. Hi Lisa. Okay, friends. Well, I will introduce our medium tonight, Lainey Baine. If it's okay with you, Lainey, could we do an opening prayer and then I'll play out the Lord's Prayer after
Of
that?
course, Rob. No worries.
Yeah, right.
Good evening, everyone. Hiya. So I'm Lainey Baine, and wherever you are, if you're safe to do so, if you feel comfortable, close your eyes and just start slowing the breathing down and just relaxing as I do the opening prayer. Divine Source, Guide, Spirit, Friends, and Loved ones, thank you for bringing us all together this evening for Thundersley Christian Spiritualist Church's service. I ask that you surround each and every one of us with your beautiful golden light of healing, love, and protection. I ask that we are all surrounded with that beautiful golden light. I respectfully ask that you work with me and through me as I endeavour to interpret messages from those in the spirit world to those here on the earth plane. Everything is done with love. Amen.
Amen.
Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power and the glory, for ever and ever. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Lainey. All right, friends, thank you for your healing names. I can see those coming in here. We will do a short healing prayer now then, and as we do this healing, these healing thoughts, we think about the names in our healing book at church tonight, as well as those that are posted online on our Facebook page earlier today, and all those we're about to read out in the comments. And we think about names in healing books all over the country and all over the world. Any time you think of someone and you send them those good wishes and those healing thoughts, it's we believe that it helps them in their recovery or in their progression or whatever's right for them. So let's read out our names tonight. We send healing to Sharon, Craig, Jason, Kelsey, Bets and Christine. Healing for Eddie, Caroline, Erica and Tony. Dee and David Hunt. Dear Lord, we pray for healing to go to all those we name tonight and all those in our healing book online and in books all over the world. We pray that they receive the healing energy they need. We also pray for the animal kingdom and for our planet, that our leaders might make the right decisions. We send this all in love and light. Amen. We'll have a minute's healing silence now where we can think about those names, and then we'll play the healing Vesper. Lovely, thank you everyone. All right, well, still no church online yet, so perhaps what we'll do then is go over to Lainey a little bit earlier than we anticipated. Is that all right with you, Lainey?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So we'll go over to you, leave it in your hands, and of course we've got Frank's cards at the end to wrap up when we're ready. So God bless.
Thank you so much, Rob. Okay, so good evening, everyone. So I've written down names, so let me see. So far, we've got good evening to Shirley, Debs, Karen, Linda, Christine, Dee, Eileen, Vicky, Jacqueline, Lisa, Maria, Fiona, Jenny, Rebecca, and Lisa again. There we go. Lisa's at the bottom again. Yep, same person, same Lisa. So I hope you're all well as can be. Okay. So good evening. So basically, I'll just crack on. What I'm going to ask you all to do is, for those that haven't seen me work, is just to ask you if you could start thinking about putting it out there in the spirit world who you would like to hear from, and if you put it in the comments who you'd like to hear from, just their first name and just their connection with you, and then I'll go from there. All right. And let's see if I can mix it up. If you've got any questions, whatever. All right. Because this is our evening and we've got that little bit of extra time. Unless obviously Rob puts us on in contact with the church as well. All right. So I'm sure everything's okay. But they obviously haven't put the 50p in the meter. Oh, those were the days, weren't they? So if you're okay with that. So thanks for putting stuff in there. Oh, and Mo May, love a message. You've drawn to me butter. Okay. Oh, butterfly. got it there, Mo. That's so funny. So thanks for that. So we've got Debs, Alan, Dad. Love to hear from my husband, Ian. Oh, thanks for putting those in. All right. So let me just go through the comments, and I'll just go through and see who I'm drawn to first. All right. So please don't get despondent if you don't get given a message straight away, or even throughout the session you don't get a message. Don't be despondent. Take solace and love from those that are getting the message, but also know that they're always around us, no matter what. Okay, when people say, "Oh, I don't feel them," well, that's because you can. They're there. All right, but you maybe have a lot of other things going on. Okay, so. Okay, Morag. Oh, it's a fabulous name. Good evening, Morag. Okay, so Rebecca. Good evening, Karen. Eileen. Oh, okay. I'm going to come to Eileen Payne first, please. So, Eileen, all right. So we've got Joyce, your mum. So Eileen is Joyce, and Vernon, your dad. Okay, mum and dad. Okay. Now I write it down purely because sometimes my own mind's eye, I get fibromyalgia, I get fibro fog. So to keep me on board, that's what that is all about. So Joyce and Vernon. Okay, thank you. When I was looking at the names there, Eileen, I felt very much I don't know if you've got connections with Scotland, but I feel if it's holiday, whatever, but I just feel very drawn to the Highlands side of it, but the lochs and the glens and that sort of thing, if that makes any sense to you. Um, and I just feel very much that if not, it's that peace and that tranquility is what I feel there if you don't actually have physical connections there. Um, with your mum and your dad, I feel I'm going to focus on mum for a minute, if that's okay, because I mean, come on, face it, like your dad's too much of a gentleman to say no, mum first, all right? So if that, thank you for confirming that holidays there. So thank you. Now, with regards to your dad, I felt was quite a gentleman in that regard, and he'd be the one to be holding the doors open and that. Not because he saw females weak. He was like, no, I'm not arguing with them, but I will open the door for them, okay? But because he was just respectful. He was a gentleman. And thank you. I feel very much that mum would have been the type of person that would have appreciated. I feel mum appreciated your dad's efforts at his romance. I feel that there's a fun story there, but or the lack of romance. But I feel that mum makes you feel like she appreciated dad's attempts at romance, and I feel that brings love and laughter as I'm trying to express that from mum. I feel your mum had, I don't know if she had hearing problems, but I feel there would have been okay, I will. Would you understand that mum would have done lots and lots of talking, or very much listening, one or the other, because I'm being shown ears, but the ears are waggling, okay? And I just feel I'm just being shown that. I just I just want to laugh and smile and bring that joyness into your life at the moment, but also to those around you, because I feel they're both still very much missed. They're still very much talked about. They're still very much part of the family gatherings, get-togethers, that sort of thing. I don't know if you've just been recently looking through photos and stuff, but I feel very much that I want to be going through the photos, going through the messages. What's that? Could talk the legs off. Definitely, that's why the ears are just flapping. But it's this, so funny. You should sometimes see inside here. It's completely balmy. Okay, as long as you understand that. Yeah, so I just want to bring that happiness and that love in. Right, for your mum. Okay, as I'm smiling, my cheekbones, I actually have cheekbones at the moment. It's just, displaced anyway, just they're there. But I feel the way I'm looking here is I just feel your mum had lovely cheekbones. Okay. There was just something quite, what am I going to say? I can't describe that. There's something very soft about your mum's face, and you see it in photographs. I feel something soft, but very like an inner strength, if that makes sense to you, Eileen. Okay. Um, when she wasn't talking the hind legs off a donkey. All right. I feel very much that your mum as well. I don't know, she had issues around her throat area, but I'm being drawn to the throat area, and she's doing this. So I don't know if she had that, like me, a bit of excess there, but I feel like there would have been that softer issues possibly going on around the neck area. Okay, but this takes me down through and into, like, past the lungs and into the tummy area, and I feel that's where I'm being drawn to at the moment. Okay, so that's for mum. Hopefully I've got that round the right way and it wasn't dad, because I don't feel dad at the moment, as in like him with that. Dad's here, he's just biding his time. Okay, with your mum as well, I feel very much I'm drawn to the rings for mum, and I want to just sort of what happened with the rings? I feel like mum's rings were taken off, but would you understand? And yes, Shannon. Oh, thank you for confirming that. But would you understand about the rings that mum had gone for years, never taking those rings off? But I feel that it's suddenly at the end of her life, it's like they just slid off. Okay. So for me, that is her losing weight, but also it's like they were meant to come off when they did, if that makes sense to you. And that also is the connection there of where those rings are now. And I feel very much that, I don't know if you actually wear at least one of mum's rings, please. At least one of them. Thank you. Right, that's mum. I don't know if mum was a brooch collector as well, but she's shown me that there's a brooch, and it makes me feel like it's on the left-hand side. She always wore them on the same side. Okay, if that is correct there. You do a few of them, thank you. All right, but the one in particular that, I don't know if you sit there and you twiddle it, yeah, you sort of, or it keeps slipping round. But there's one in particular that you always think, oh God, blimey, yeah. But it always makes you smile because you're thinking of mum and dad. Okay, so that's there. So I was saying about the brooch, right? Okay, I've got to put mum to one side. Or sorry, not putting her to one side. I'll get told off otherwise. But I just feel like I've got to sit mum here. All right, she's sitting there, and dad's this side now, and he's just I just feel like he was a type of person. He was another one like your mum. They really complemented each other. um your ring, never take it. Oh, bless you. Absolutely. I just feel like your mum and dad complemented each other, both in their stature and how they looked, how they dressed, but also in their sense of humours, in their whole character. So individual, so individual, but they fit, if that makes sense. And your dad just makes you feel like, I just want to laugh, and I just feel like he just wanted to laugh. That sounds really trivial, that sounds really generic. Come on. Right, if it makes sense to you, please. I feel very much that dad makes me feel like he kept things quiet. Okay, and it was like through, you just knew through mum and every people around him that he wasn't very well, but he wouldn't want to discuss it. Would that make sense, please, Eileen? Okay, and I just feel there is. I will, thank you. I don't know if Dad had an issue with his hands or if it's arthritis, but I feel like I'm drawn to the hands, and I feel like especially around the thumb area. Okay, and I'm being drawn to the right hand. Okay, um, thank you, and okay, where are you going now? Right, and I've just got to go like this and do that to you, okay? So you can see my thumb there, all right? But Dad's just going, yeah, yeah, my hands, look, they're okay, he says, thumbs up, because don't please give up, if that makes any sense to you. I feel like it's like whatever it is you're doing at the moment, I wish I got told, but I don't. And I just feel very much that, oh, bless him, thank you. So that makes sense. So that's why he's doing this with the fingers, and he's going like that. Okay, and it's just letting you know that. Where was I going there? Come on, go back, go back. Okay, yeah, whatever's going on around you at the moment, and if it's not exactly you, it'll be somebody just literally that is next to you, like as in a loved one that's close to you. And I just feel that, excuse me, that don't give up. Okay, that even if it's emotionally, whatever, but don't give up, he says, because you're doing all right. There's also, oh, okay. Would you understand about rhubarb and custard, please? And I feel this is rhubarb initially straight from the garden. You know, you scrape off the mud, chopped up. It's all cooked with sugar and everything, and then proper freshly made custard. I feel like this is more of a memory link, but I feel very much rhubarb and custard is he's showing me. Not them horrible sweets, he says. Didn't like the sweets. They got stuck in my teeth. Would you understand this with Dad, please? Okay. And yeah, because it's just those little things that we have. There's also I used to have it a lot. Thank you. But there's also I'm being drawn to. It's like a little purse, and it's like I don't know if it's just used for coins. You know, like well, it's showing me like one pennies and half pennies. So we're going back quite a few years here in the UK to decimal, or right before decimal even. But it's just like a little purse, and it was just like a precious little purse. And I feel that it may have actually been I don't know if it's like really soft leather, but I feel very much it might have been hand stitched. But this dear little purse, and I feel that it's something that you've kept. That it's I don't know if it's tucked away somewhere. It's not being used at the moment, but I feel like it's something that was kept, and it is absolutely decades old. Hopefully that makes sense to you. Right, thank you. They're showing me October as a special month. I feel that there's a birthday in there, at least maybe possibly two birthdays, but there's also a passing, and I feel that's more towards the end of the month, maybe even passing in the October, but the funeral would have been in the November, if that makes any sense to you. And I feel like I'm going on and on and on and not having enough time to go to everybody else. So I would like to say to you, Eileen Payne, that you was never a pain. Okay, you were their beautiful, beautiful girl. And they just say, please give our love to everyone else, because there are in thank you for confirming that as well, the October birthday. But there's also I will, thank you. I don't know who's got the headaches around you, but I feel very much it's like almost like a strainy eye thing, but it's the headaches around. They're just sending, acknowledging that and sending healing to the headaches and the eyes, okay? Just to bring that. God, my eyes, like I look really tired, but I'm okay. I'm fine. Okay. So thank you. And they're just saying, oh, you want some healing as well? We'll give you healing too. And I feel they were that kind of couple. They would just, just help people, and that's something that you miss from them, is that go to, if that makes sense. So thank you so much. All right, your daughter-in-law, wonderful. So they're just bringing them in as well. All right, and bringing that healing. So that healing prayer that Rob read out earlier just puts it in there, sets that intention, doesn't it? I'm very handy tonight, aren't I? So I do apologise. Okay, so thank you very much, and keep going is what I say there. So thank you, my lovely. Where's my pen? So that was Eileen. Let me just go and have a look, because you've all done amazing and put in who you'd like to hear from. Okay. And I do my bestest. So we see who we go for. Right. Okay. Um, right. So I'm going to come to Jenny Stather, if that's all right. So Jenny Stather. All right. There we go. And you want your cousin Pat. Cousin Pat. Short for Patricia. Okay. Would you understand, please, Jenny Stather, that your cousin Pat, you say short, I've just said short for Pat, and she says there wasn't nothing short about me. Okay. And I feel like I don't feel she was maybe overly tall, maybe about 5'7", if that. But I feel very much that she could have been 4 foot nothing, and she would have still been 17 foot tall, if that makes sense. All right. I just feel like her character. Where are you going there, my lovely? Thank you. I feel very much that she's showing me her face, and she makes me feel like she had quite, I don't know if it's like people have like a pointy chin. I don't mean like out here, all right, but it's more like that kind of shape, that lovely heart. Is it like a overly heart shape? Okay. I just feel that because mine's sort of like roundish, long and roundish-ish. I don't know, oval. I feel her sort of come round, but she had more of a defined chin, is because she's bringing me to her chinny chin chin, she says. I feel very much that she had quite nice looking eyes as well, in the respect of where are you going with your eyes? Thank you. You know, I've just said about my eyes looking quite tired, and she just makes, I don't know if she had like darker eyes, or if I can't see if it's makeup or whatever, but I feel sort of like her eyes, there's something very distinctive about her eye and eyelids. I can't see if she had like big, bright eyes. I will, thank you. I've just literally out of my front window here, and big magpie has just landed. So we'll take the good from that, nothing negative. Okay. But it's her. Thank you, thank you. Would you understand, please? Let me have a look. Would you understand, please, Jenny, that the magpie, it's like, oh my God, one for sorrow. No, I feel very much that Pat makes me feel like she would have said, no, you make your own happiness, your own. I just feel like her energy is come show me something. I just feel like she would have been tried to make things positive. And if not for when she was still here, she is now in the spirit world trying to bring in that positivity, if that makes any sense. I feel like I'm not giving you anything substantial. So come on, Pat. She's like, how much? You're not paying me enough, she says. She's laughing. Okay. Where are you going now? I will. Right. Jenny, hopefully you're still there because I haven't seen you answer anything yet. So hopefully you are. What I'm being shown is your cousin Pat doing this with the muscles, and she says, "I people mistook me. It's like, don't be fooled by the look." And I feel like she had quite a uh, definitely, you understand about the positivity then, yeah? But she's showing me this, but she makes me feel like don't judge a book by its cover, because I feel people would see her, and she was quite a formidable character in the regards of just, well, that positivity, but also fighting her own corner. But I feel like she was, I don't know what she did in her life, I can't see, but I feel very much that she was the type of person that wanted and succeeded in speaking up for others that weren't able to speak. I'm really sorry, but I've got really sharp pain going through my tongue at the moment. Could be fibro related, I don't know. That's a weird one. That's quite uncomfortable. I won't ignore it. I'm trying to squash it so it doesn't hurt. But weird things. Okay, but would you understand? I don't know if Pat had any issues with her tongue, her mouth, her throat. Okay, any issues with those areas, please? If you could confirm that. Um, Thank you. There's also, I feel, a gentleman around you at the moment, but it's again, I do not predict. You should all know by now, I do not predict. So it's something you should already be aware of. If not, I'm just misinterpreting it. But I feel there's a gentleman around you at the moment here on the earth plane that is having issues with, don't know if it's like appointments and that, just having their health checked out. So basically, I feel like an MOT is due for this particular person, male around you. Now, with Pat, I want to go to her. I will, thank you. Would you understand if Pat is on mum's side of the family, please? Because I feel I'm being drawn to mum's side of the family for the cousin side of it. Also, I don't know if she had an issue with her left knee, but I'm being drawn to my left knee as well. And I feel like she's now going like this, sort of like a zombie, okay? Because she's saying you're painting me to be, I'm like all dodgy, and she was far from dodgy, okay? It's just, I just want to say hello, and it's like I'm asking her for a message for you, but she says, I just want to say hello, because it's like we never got to say goodbye properly, is how she makes me feel there, Jenny. Okay. Oh, it's on your dad's side. Okay. So ignore what I said. Don't ignore it. Just that. I just, one or the other, isn't it? So I do apologize. Yeah, but it just makes me feel, she makes me feel like you never got to say goodbye. Okay. So she's just saying hello. All right. If that makes sense to you. I will. I feel like, I don't know if you have I'm rubbish with geography, so certain places I know, but for me, I'm going towards either Yorkshire, Lancashire, but that way, sort of the middle of the country. If you've got connections there, all right, and I just feel there. I want to be going to that area, or going up the country, if that makes sense. Up the country and chuck a left from Essex, up and to the left. Okay, actually, I don't even know where you are, Jenny, so you never know, if that makes any sense. So up and over to the left as you're looking at the map of the UK, up and to the left. All right. Okay, where are you going now? Oh, yes, Yorkshire. Woohoo! Right, okay. So, yeah, so I'm so glad. All right. Now, with regards to that, thank you. Now, for you, young lady, and I have to feel, I feel like I'm on a swing, and we're swinging together, but we're on different swings, but we're swinging together, and Pat just makes you feel like, like we when we were allowed to meet up as kids. Those times I feel like I'm on this swing and we're just having a laugh, or we're chatting and we're having a laugh, but we're going just flowing. And I just feel like I want to bring that positivity back in, but also the flow. This sounds really fluffy, but she says just go with the flow and release it all. She says, now I'm in spirit, I just feel like I can say these daft things, she says, but it's all so true. And I feel like she had that kind of fun outlook on life, if you understand. Where are you going now? Thank you. She's taking me through to January as a special month, please, Jenny. And I feel as well that I'm being taken to around about the 5th of December as well, around that time. But I feel like there's something you're doing this year that you've not done before, or you've not done for a long time. And it's just something you're looking forward to. Although you're looking forward to it, it's that bit of apprehension in there as well. Would that make sense, please, Jenny Stather? All right. Um, I will. Thank you. There's also, oh, bless. Okay. Thank you for confirming that and put them in that healing book as well. Now, I'm being drawn to my little finger, all right? And I feel like I'm just making a pinky promise, all right? And I don't know if you got to do this with her, but she mentions about making a pinky promise that even when we go, as into spirit, that we'll still make contact. Yeah, we'll always be there in one way or another, if that makes sense, my lovely. All right. So, all right then. So please take her love and her thanks, because she just says thank you because you were that special cousin. Obviously, out of all the cousins, you were that special one. And she's just like chuckling at that. She's going, yeah, yeah, of course. Utter special one. So, but she's laughing at that. All right. But she sends it with such laughter and such upliftment and such love. So please take all of that. Okay. So thank you. And the next one, I'm going to try and give a bit more evidential evidence as well. But hopefully that all makes sense. But I'm quite happy with Yorkshire. So, whatever. Okay. Right. So that was Lisa. Oh, I don't know who that was. Okay. Now, let me go and have a look. Love to hear. Oh, bless you. Okay, if I can. Let me just go up a few, and where it stops, nobody knows. Okay. Mo May. Are you there, Mo May? All right. Mo May. And you want Terry or John, grandparents or Sinead, Charlie. Gosh, don't want much then, do ya? You're here. Yay. Okay. So, grandparents. Okay. As I write this, is a reason for me writing this as well, is it's also helping me build up that connection with our loved ones as well. So, Sinead, EAD, and Charlie. Okay, so Terry or John, grandparents, Sinead or Charlie. Okay. Okay, right. Now, I've got an itchy leg. Just thought I'd share that with you all. But if you could confirm, Mo May, would one of this lovely lot, have had issues with their bottom right-hand leg, please? Or the bottom of their right leg, even? And I can't see what it is, but I just feel like I'm being drawn to the bottom of my right leg. There you go. All right. So whichever one that is. All right. So let's have a look. Okay. So, right. Thank you. I feel as well, I'm being drawn to one of them. I can't see which one at the moment, but whichever one it is that loved to travel, that got to do a lot of traveling in their younger adult years. And I feel very drawn to, where are you going there? I feel very drawn to your grandfather, but also possibly John as well. Would that make any sense to you, please? Oh, bless. Okay. He had a gammy leg before he passed. Oh, bless him. All right. But would you understand that about the travelling, either granddad and or John? Okay. But I just feel very much the travelling through their adult life. Be it to work or whatever, but I just feel like there was, whatever they did, there was a lot of traveling involved. Okay, now you're saying your grandfather and John both love. Thank you for confirming that. All right, and I'm so glad. See, writing it down, it gives me focus, so that's all good. I do lose my focus far too easily. Okay, would you understand that Nan, your grandmother, lost her focus as well? I don't feel she lost her mind, but she makes you feel, granddad worked in Canada, thank you. But I feel that Nan just lost her focus at times, and it was just very noticeable, but very, and the words as well, problems with the speech, but also it was noticeable. But I feel like it was very slow creeping in with your Nan, please. Okay, stop giving me too much information. I appreciate it, but yeah, I feel you got Irish connections, and that he loved working in London and UK, and there's a Shamrock there too, so even better, right? But how cool is that? Okay, but coming back to your Nan, I feel that with the mind's eye, but I don't feel she had dementia, but I feel very much that it's just something was not quite right there for Nan towards the end of her life, please. Um, I feel like I'm getting distracted far too easy, or just going quiet every now and again, if that makes sense to you, Mo. Okay, right. So that's fine. I mean, say it's fine, but it's something if you could possibly find out, but don't worry, but that's just what I feel there. So I'll ask for something that makes more sense to you. Possibly my mother you're referring. Okay, so we won't ignore that either. All right. But I feel mum is here though, as opposed to in spirit. We don't want to kill mum off. Um, okay, so where are we going now? Right, I'm off again. So whoop, bring it back. All right. Now, Mo May. I will. Um, you've already said about about John having uh that being Irish and all the rest of it. Okay. I think that's who you said, wasn't it? John, yeah, John was Irish, all right. But with Sinead, all right, I feel Sinead was more living in England, but with the lovely Irish name of Sinead. Okay. Um, Oh, bless. Okay, so thank you for confirming that. But would you understand that about Sinead? But I feel she's more, if not, she spent a lot more time in the UK or England even than she was in Ireland. Okay. Um, Irish living in London. So thank you very much. So I've more or less got there, but yeah, all right. Where are we going now? And I just see her. Gosh, I feel that she was um that's more of like, okay. The way she's describing herself is she was silent but deadly, whatever that means. But I just feel with her, she could say what she needed to say, but only when she needed to. The look could do it, but also I feel that she was so much a people watcher, but she would bide her time before um, going all guns blazing. Okay, so yeah, oh, she was beautiful, and I feel that as well. But would you understand that about the look? But also, she would bide her time, wouldn't just knee jerk reaction. Okay, and thank you, silent but deadly indeed, definitely. But she has such a this gorgeous smile on her as well. Would you understand about just real freckles? Okay, when I've been in the sun, my freckles come out, but I don't really have many. Okay, but for her, I just feel it was just part and parcel. Um, yeah, part and parcel of these gorgeous freckles. Um, I thank you. And you're just smiling now, aren't you? Because you've got that, you feel her. Do you sense her with you? Because I feel like they're always around you. But for her, I just feel there was that a closer connection between you, and I just feel there that it's just that energy. But I feel more so since she's been in spirit, if that makes sense. Okay, can I see her eyes? I'm looking at you through my eyes. She's looking at you through my eyes, but I just see her eyes. There's just something very, I don't know if it's like almost exotic about her eyes. And but I don't know if she had an issue with one of them, but I feel like there was a bit of a film over one of them, or a problem with one of them as well, if that makes any sense. Okay. I will. Would you understand as well, Mo, about a pair of drop earrings? And I feel that they're green in look. Okay, I don't know. I don't know if they're. I don't feel that they're jade or anything. They might be. Don't know. But they look like little green drop earrings. All right. And if you're aware of that, please. Okay. What else? There's also I don't know if you work or whatever, but I feel like your finances, because she's going, you need, the way she's showing it to me, okay, is she's got a purse, all right, and it's bulging with money, or a few quid, at least 75p, right? But she's got it. She's got the zip. She's done the zip up, all right. Thank you for confirming that. Your cousin who's passed, green earrings, thank you. But she's got the zip on this purse. She's put a massive, great big padlock that's almost bigger than the purse on the end of that. But she's also now sewn it up as well with rope. Okay. I don't know what she's saying about your finances, but she's saying you got to save it. She says you got to save it, if that makes sense. All right. But it's not all the time. It's saving for one thing in particular. And I feel very much that it's something that it's almost like a calling. I don't know if you're going to a particular country. I don't even know if you're going to be going over to Ireland or wherever, like to do like a visit, to visit others. Okay. But as long as you understand that, but I feel that that's to do with the traveling. Okay. But it's saving up for that, because we quite often will have a little pot, even if it's internet banking, whatever it is, and we keep dipping in. All right. But that's what she's showing you, that padlock and that. You're traveling at the moment. Yay, fantastic. All right. So as long as you understand that, where are you going there? Oh, thank you. Would you understand? I feel very much that she's come forward compared to the others. She's come forward because she's going, oh, tell her this, tell her this. And what she's putting into my mind's eye is smudging. Okay. So she's got sage, but it's got rosemary. Feel that it's got like maybe thyme in it as well. So it's got that beautiful smell, that sense. And she's just smudging. And she says you would just, smudge all the energize yourself, just smudge everything. So I don't know what's going on around you at the moment, and but I just feel like she just wants you to cleanse it, but it's psychological, but it's also spiritual. And I feel she was quite a spiritual kind of soul, and she said, I'm even more so now. I'm over here, but you sense and feel me around you. And also I feel like she's now become your muse, so you come up with ideas, but I feel like it's almost like you hear this little inner voice, and she's just saying, oh, I'm giving you a little bit of guidance, but you still make your own mind up. All right. Don't blame it all on me, she says, and she's laughing. And would you understand about her laughter is quite it's like tinkly laughter. All right. I could have that completely wrong and it was just raucous, loud laughter, but she's sort of like chuckling away. Okay. You've been thinking of her this week, absolutely. All right. But what a lovely, lovely character. And she says to you, what a lovely, lovely lady you are. And I'm really glad I got to have you in my life. And it's like, I don't know if you had like a disconnect at one stage, but I feel like you came back into each other's lives just when you both needed it, if that makes sense to you. And she's appreciative of that, and she's just acknowledging that from all your loved ones. Okay, please take their love. And I'm sorry, I'm just being sure. Don't forget June. So I can't see if that's a name, but we won't ignore that as a name. But also June the month, and I'm being drawn to around about the 8th, possibly 9th of June, please, if that makes any sense to you. All right, either way, keep blowing your nose, she says, and I've no idea, but okay. She's laughing. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. No idea. But thank you very much, Mo. You know a June, not just any random June, but you've got to mean something to you. All right. But also June for the birthdays as well. So thank you, my lovely. Okay, so thank you everyone for putting things in there. I'm just going through. All right. Let me just go through where it stops. Nobody knows. Okay, so we're going through. Good evening, everybody that's joining us as well and that's here. Jennifer GR, if you're still there, my lovely, let us know. As you're there, what a wonderful spirit drawn to me. Okay, so give us somebody you'd like to hear from, Jennifer GR. All right, so you've got all of that. Jackie Kumar Moody, great name. Message dear mum. Okay. Right, so let's go there. Oh, bless you. All right, so right, okay, so Jennifer, you're still there. Is there anybody in particular you'd like to hear from, my lovely? All right, so I'll give you a moment there. Nope, that's a heart. Give me some up. There you go. My dog Sparky or my best friend Amanda. Pretty cool. Thank you for asking for your dog Sparky. All right. Oh, and your friend Amanda. And it's like, oh, don't forget me. All right. So, right, Jennifer GR Sparky. Sparky, not Spanky. And BFF Amanda. Right, so Sparky. Right, so okay, we're going to come to Sparky first, all right? Because Sparky. Would you understand, please, that Sparky had the cutest ears? I'm trying to see what breed of dog or what make or what the looks and everything, but first thing I'm being shown are the ears. Was there an actual either a scar or a little bit missing on possibly the right ear is what I'm being shown? But excuse me, that's my dinner. I do apologise. But he's I say he's chuckling, but it's just yeah, it's just what he's showing me because I mean spirit come through and they're male, female, dogs, whatever. It doesn't matter. Horses and piglets and all sorts. Oh, actually no piglets, but anyway. Okay, so yeah, but would you understand that with the ear, please, Jennifer GR? All right. My bud, yes, his pointy little ears with a dip down. Thank you. So it's definitely distinctive, wasn't it? Okay. So we've got that. I've got to say as well, the eyelashes. Would you understand, Jennifer, that I just see the way that Sparky is showing me is looking out of these beautiful little eyes, and they're like round eyes as opposed to oval shaped, but the most cutest eyelashes. And I feel as well, I said about somebody's cousin, I think earlier was um, silent but deadly. I feel small, silent, and deadly. And I am talking about what comes out of his back end. Okay. And I just feel there. But I also feel as well that there would have been issues with his intestines, his tummy area anyway. And I feel like I don't feel that took him over, but I feel that there would have been issues with that. And if you had to change his food or whatever. But he's like, you know what? I was a dog. I'd sooner be on my back with my feet going like that. All right. And that's how he just makes me feel there. All right. Where are you going as well? I feel as well, I don't know whether Sparky would lay across your shoulders, but how he's showing me here, Jennifer, is he's laying sort of half on and half off. So, when you're like sitting on an armchair, sofa, and he's like on the back, but he's always touching, if that makes sense to you, please. Stinker whole body first topic. Oh, bless. All right. But if that makes any sense to you, but I feel very much that if he didn't do it whilst he was here on the earth plane, would you understand you have that feeling of him being up here? And I'm being drawn to the right shoulder. Okay. So this area. All right. But he's also, thank you, he's making me feel as well that I'm being drawn to your right shoulder anyway. So I don't know if there's healing needed in that area, please. Your right shoulder and hug me. I will have that. All right. But I'm being drawn for healing there too. But that healing, if it's not for the shoulder, it's for you from him. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Um, okay. Would you understand that he had a bit of smelly breath as well at the time? Like it's just right, because I'm just getting that feeling that it's just okay. He's just doing that, all right. And the biggest mankiest, wettest, slobberiest kiss. And I feel that you knew something was very wrong with him when that lick was half-hearted and quite dry. Would you understand this, please, Jennifer? Okay. Thank you. Right. I haven't forgotten about your friend Amanda. So she's just saying, this is needed. This is needed. And he's keeping me company. And I'm not sneezing. I'm okay. And she's laughing at that. All right. But I feel very much that it's like Sparky is collecting all the other pets. Okay. Change shows. Oh, bless you. Thank you. You understand that. Yeah. And it's just, but I feel Sparky is collecting everyone. Okay. Humans, animals, doesn't matter, because he was just that kind of Sparky Spark. Okay. That's how he makes me feel. Where are you going now? Thank you. My neighbour is just driving off in his car. So I don't know if you can hear that. I can. But I'm being drawn to the sound of the car. And I feel that Sparky knew the sound of the car. He could be 4 streets away and Sparky would know. And that was it. It'd be fretting. He'd be doing stuff. He'd be squeaking. And I feel like, would you understand, please, Jennifer? He had like a funny little squeak for certain people. And I feel like he's like that's my impression. I apologise if it's incorrect, but that's his way of showing me that. All right. But it was a proper weird little squeak that was totally and utterly just for very special humans in his life. Okay. And you were one of them. Okay. If that makes sense. Yeah. But just that different squeaking noise. And it's just so funny. I will. Now, this again could just be my eye, but it's basically, I just want to say, wipe the tears, my darling, wipe the tears. And then if you do that and you feel the wetness there, that is tears of love. Okay. It's either that or Sparky spittle, one or the other. All right. So we're laughing there. Okay. Oh, bless. Okay. So you've heard him yesterday when you came back from baseball. No one else heard it. No one else is supposed to. It's just for you. Yeah. See, special just for you. All right. And it's just perfectly perfect. And he was. And there was something about his belly button as well. Okay. I don't know if you tickled his belly. That's the thing with boy dogs. They're Willie gets in the way when you try and rub their bellies, right? Girl dogs, you've got the whole belly. But I just feel with him, you could wiggle his belly button or his little where his belly button would be. I just feel there was something special about that. It's really weird trying to explain and describe about dogs without it just being, oh, it's a dog with 4 legs, okay? But thank you. Would you understand as well? I feel I'm being drawn to the front right. No, that's the left. It's the other right. So front left paw. And would you understand that one of his toenails was a different colour, or there was an issue with it, whichever, but one of them was different to the other toenails, please. And I'll leave that with you for Sparky. Your wonderful friend Amanda is just I feel I don't know if she had an issue with her forehead, her head, but I feel very drawn to the head area. And I just, oh, Karen, hi, darling, mwah, to you. All right. But I'm just being drawn to the head area. And I just feel like I want to take that. He had spots right there on his belly. Yes, one white, others black. Thank you for confirming that. All right. But this is around your friend Amanda with the head, or I don't know if there were pains, whatever. But I just feel, and I feel what she's doing. I know I'm using my fingers, but she just makes you feel like she wants to do this to your forehead, but just bringing that cold, that healing, and that just relaxing. But to get rid of the wrinkles, she says, because you keep worrying too much and it bringing on the wrinkles. But I feel like she had that rapport with you. She was able to get away with saying things like that. You don't have wrinkles. All right. So, but she's doing that. All right. And where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? Right. Frosty the Snowman, no idea, but as long as that makes some sense to you, been treating your wrinkles. Okay, but fabulous. But she's shouting out or singing Frosty the Snowman, do 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 do. So whatever that means to you, I'm going to leave it there. All right. So thank you so much, Jennifer GR. Okay. Oh, and you can have a silent but deadly one back from Sparky. All right. So right. Oh, bless you. Thank you, Karen. I love you. Okay, so oh, it brought tears to my eyes out there, Karen. Thank you. Okay, Karen's selling me as a celebrant, so I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, let me go up and up and up and down and up, and where will it stop? Nobody knows. Let's have a look. All right. So, oh, thank you, Vicky. I'll pay you later. Okay, so, Karen and I were talking earlier, and we've got to be who we are. We have integrity, and we do things with love. And sometimes that is misunderstood by others. It is what it is. So, Karen, keep being you, my darling, and I will keep being me. And right, okay, Ross Summers, please. Love to hear from my dad or special friend, please. So your special friend has no name. They are your special friend. Okay. So Ross is Ross Summers. Be square. Okay. So dad or special friend. Well, that doesn't make it too easy. Thank you. Butterfly, flowers, butterfly, flowers, butterfly. Ah, okay. Yeah, thank you. Okay, thank you. Right. Thank you. With your dad, please, would you understand? This could be your special friend as well. I've no idea, male or female yet, or what gender, whichever. Um, but one of them, I feel like I want to do this. So I feel like they had a moustache. You know, what's that called? A goatee. Okay. So that I just want to do this, or it's something kind of thing that they used to do is just do this. You know, some people go, hmm, hmm, when they're thinking or they fret or whatever. But this particular one, I want to do this. So they'd constantly do that, and yeah, and that's what I just want to feel there. If that makes any sense to you, please, Ross. Okay. Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? Right, your dad. Okay. Right. Ross, would you understand when it comes to your dad, I feel like you had a healthy respect for your father. Okay, if that makes sense to you. All right. I feel, and I have to say it like that, a healthy respect for your father. I'm not getting the word love, I'm getting a healthy respect. Um, I feel I don't I'd never want to get it wrong, you see. I don't want to make it, I don't want to let spirit down or you guys down, okay? But I feel very drawn to the fact of his right, healthy roots. Thank you for confirming that. All right, so that makes sense to you. But would you understand that there were times when you two maybe clashed, but it was because you were so alike that sometimes you like your yin and yang, if that makes sense. So you would get on, you would support, but there were times when you disagreed, and it's like, you know what? Let's agree to disagree, kind of thing. Would that make sense, please, Ross? Also, I want to say I want to go to a watch, but I want to go to the watch strap, please. I feel like this is I will, thank you. This is like with clash of okay, so you understand, thank you. And that's where the healthy respect comes into it. All right. But I'm being drawn to the right wrist, I'm being drawn to the watch, but I'm being drawn to the strap of the watch. Now I'm trying to see if it's your strap or dad's strap, but I feel very much that it's, I don't know if it's stretched or it's a link was missing or loose or something, but I feel very much that there was a problem, hence it not being worn, if that makes sense. But I feel like you could do that and it would shake. Okay. Um, I do that, and this watch sort of moves around a little bit. The strap's too big. Oh, thank you. So you could do that. All right. So thank you for confirming that. Where are you going there? I will. I will. Your special friend likes my nail varnish. Okay. I still can't see what gender they are, but they're laughing. Well, if they can't give me a name, why should I give him anything else? But they're laughing, and I just feel very much that you know. And I don't know if it's like oh, thank you. Your special friend, I feel, is someone that you trusted, somebody that you let into your life, somebody that you let into your circle of trust. Would that make sense to you, please? And he would love your nail varnish. Yay! All right, thank you. So would you understand that with that friendship and that love? Okay, but he's saying no tongues. All right, I thought that was just my saying, but he's saying no tongues, and he's laughing at that. All right. We're going now. Thank you. Really? I don't know if he was into cycling, but what he's showing me is shaving his legs. Okay, he's shaving his legs, and I find that hilarious. Okay, you had a lovely. I know you did. It's just wonderful. Um, oh, bye bye, Eileen. Love and light to you as well, my lovely, and thank you. Um, yeah, but he's shaving his legs, all right? I can't see if that's a constant thing or it was just done for a dare, but I feel like I want to wear outrageous outfits. But I feel I'm one of these that it was up for a laugh. Oh, bless him. Okay, I feel very much that towards the end of his life, breathing became very difficult for him. Okay, cycled and shaven. He's thank you. All right, but I feel very much. I don't know if he had lung issues or whatever, but I feel very just very short of breath and that as well, but not asthmatic. That's totally different. All right, so yeah, okay, where are you going now? Now this person, right? Your special friend, I feel had the cheekiest, smiliest face. Okay, is giving you a little, all right, that sort of thing as well. But also, where are you going there? Okay, right. Would you understand that your special friend liked to listen to music? Okay, now I just feel like the music would be, it's got to be loud. Yeah, if the music's not loud, I'm going to be loud. Would you understand this, please, Ross? All right. I feel very like I just want to say, you know what? You got to laugh. You got to laugh at life. And if you don't, then you'll be a crumpled heap in the corner. And I feel that they are speaking from experience, being that crumpled heap in the corner, maybe literally, but also uh, um, emotionally, if that makes sense to you. All right. Now, I feel very much that I just want to come to you, Ross, to say, you know what, you sense and feel me round you. And have you had a particular song that you've, or piece of, just a song? We've, if Karen's still watching, I've had started off today with Calamity Jane, okay, and I put it on my Kindle to play the soundtrack of Calamity Jane and Whip Crack Away and all of that lot, and it's just wonderful, okay. But I feel with thank you. This is more I'm getting Nina Simone. Wow, what an amazing singer, but also it was, what are you going there? Kept the faith. It's coming. Oh, fantastic. Thanks for that. I know who won now. Thanks for that. Yeah, they earned their millions, didn't they, Karen? Okay, Nina Simone, but also I feel very drawn to what is that? What is that? Um, oh, oh God, more up to date. She was in the film with Cher, and they were Burlesque. There you go, Burlesque. The singer from that Burlesque, not Cher, the other one. The really awesome voice. Okay, somebody put it on there. All right, please. Right, there you go. But he's singing that, and he's just got, I feel like in his mind, he had the most awesomest voice. Okay. When he put his voice to it properly, I feel he could have got away with singing. Okay. But the majority of the time, he just sang. All right. Christina Aguilera. Thanks, Karen. All right. So that's it. I knew the name, but it wouldn't come out. Okay. Would that make sense to you, please, Ross? Okay. And his mind is what you know what I mean, don't you? Yeah, in his mind, his voice was great. Yay. All right. Definitely wasn't Christina Aguilera sounding, was he? Bless him. Okay. I just feel uplifted with him. All right. Now, Ross, I know you asked for somebody else, your dad, right? We won't ignore your dad, but I feel very much that your dad makes you feel like he's got your best special friend. He says, I've got him under me. Actually, your best friend has got him, your special friend, under his arm. He says, I've got him, don't you worry. In fact, we're just arm in arm, and they're just like, the old legs are kicking. And I just feel he's bringing energy, spirit energy into your dad's life, okay? Because I feel like he's just, you know what, just because I'm over here, he says, my energy is still around. And I feel like the community, He's still talked about within the community of friends, but in the community, we won't ignore the community, whichever that is. But I feel very much that he is still spoken about. Okay, thank you. I'm being given August and November as special months for you, Ross, and I feel very drawn to birthday and 2 birthdays, one in each month. But I feel also that September was a passing in September. Okay. There you go. So thank you for confirming that. Oh, please take their love, okay, and their kisses and anything else you want, says your best friend. All right, your special best friend. And your dad just says, thank you. I loved you as my son, and I was proud of you as my son. I don't feel he got to tell you that all the time, but I feel that there were words that were trying to be said at the end of his life that you didn't quite get to say, if that makes sense. But he just says thank you. All right, that's from your dad. And he's giving you a kiss. Where are you giving him a kiss? He's giving you a kiss here, but also he makes you feel like I'm kissing you on each cheek as well. All right, your special friend is going like that as well. I think he's just being rude. But the fact is, he's just being silly because it would make you laugh. And you need laughter. Laughter. Okay. So thank you, Ross. Wish you all the bestest. And I like your picture as well. It's pretty cool. Okay. So there you go. All right. Itchy nose there. So thank you. Right. Let me go. Let me go. Okay. So thank you for that. How are we doing for time? Right. Where are we going? Lisa, hi Lisa. Okay, so we're going to go back there. Right. So, right, right. I love this work, Karen, don't you? It's wonderful. She's a very good medium as well, Karen Knight. Right, Katie oh no, Silvana. Silvana Gavin, sorry, Katie. It's like, oh yeah, no, Silvana, I just because she's just above you there, Katie, but Silvana, thank you, Rob. My daughter, please. Okay. Silvana, I just feel like I know. I just feel like I want to cry. I just feel like my heart is ripped in, not in two, but in pieces. You know, when you just like just get a piece of paper and you just rip it up into little shreds. That's and just confetti. That's how I feel your heart is at this moment in time. All right. So but your daughter makes up the eyeballs all going. All right. And I just feel like I want to. She says, "Get the glue gun out, Mum. Get the glue gun out." And I feel like just with all the glue and then just put all the sparkly bits. This is your heart metaphorically, yeah, and just bring it back. But what I'm doing, Mum, is I'm putting a few sparkles and glittery things in there just to remind you that, you know what, we had some special moments. And I feel more towards the end of her life that there were a few extra special moments in there, and I just feel like there was one where you seem to really connect. Would that make sense to you, please, Silvana? Okay. And I feel very much that that's got to be acknowledged. All right. I know. Thank you. She's saying, "Oh, show me your nails again." And they're quite nice, aren't they? Look at those. They're very pretty. Okay. I know. But I feel like she just wants to say, you know, have your nails done, Mum. Have your nails done. All right. Don't know if you've just had them done, but she's just saying, have a pamper. You deserve a pamper. All right. So I feel as well is that now, oh, bless her. Would you be able to confirm, please, Silvana, that what she's showing me is used to as, I don't know, a nail bar, whatever, but you're sitting side by side. I feel used to got to do not as often as you would like to, especially towards the end. But I feel that you got to do sitting side by side. So you're having your feet done, your nails done, and just that. But it's mother-daughter time. And I feel very drawn to the fact that I wish we'd done more, if that makes sense. Because you know what, I'll be there, Mum, I'll be there. But things kept getting in the way. And I feel that there was times that she couldn't quite get to you, or you couldn't get to her, and life just got in the way. Okay, would that make sense, please, Silvana? Thank you. She makes me feel. Would you understand it? I don't know if there's her and maybe one brother, but I feel like I'm drawn to a brother, please. Even if there's more than one, I feel that she was very close to a brother, or somebody was like a brother to her. Would you understand that, please, Silvana? Thank you. I'm also getting the name Rita, but I'm also getting the song, the Beatles song, Rita Made. Okay. So lovely Rita, Rita Made. Yeah. So Rita, Meter Made. There you go. So if you've got somebody in the family that would have done meter readings, it could be any meters, I don't know. But this would be more like cars. Or you've got somebody that works for where are you going there? And if you've got oh, it can't be you. Show me, show me. Okay, she's showing me like she's I can't see if she's wearing the uniform, but she makes me feel, and your friend was Rita. Oh, thank you. All right. But what your daughter is showing me is like wearing a I guess it's a police uniform or something of that kind. Okay. But it's very smart. And I feel very much that but I feel that somebody here on the earth plane that is in the police or something similar where they have to wear a smart uniform, please. And I'm not saying smart suit. I'm saying smart uniform. Okay, if that makes any sense to you. Where are you going there? There's also, thank you. Would it make sense, please? And if you've just been sorting out, clearing up, or like when your grandson, thank you. Would you understand, please? And if you've just been clearing, like dead flowers and bit of dead grass, that sort of thing, but tidying it up and replacing flowers, that sort of thing. But it's not just for your daughter; it's for your other loved ones. So, if you've got like a certain area that you place flowers, you put somewhere that is for not just one but all your loved ones, and you send that. Thank you. And okay, thank you. And I just feel there that I want to be drawn to. Okay, thank you. Oh, look at that. I didn't realise that, but I've got similar shapeish nails on there. These rings. There you go. Look at that, Ray. Um, I keep getting distracted. I'm so sorry, everyone. But this is your daughter again, just making me feel like, oh yeah, I like a nice ring. Okay. And I just feel there that there's something about, would you understand, Silvana, that there was, I don't know if it's like what's that? It's not a music. It could be a music box, but I'll give you music box anyway. But like the jewelry where you open up the box, and I don't know if it's got like the little ballerina or whatever. But it's something where I just feel like it's a jewelry box that's got all jewelry in it, jewelry in it, and I feel very drawn to. They're more. You wouldn't earn a fortune flogging that lot, is how she makes me feel. But it's priceless because of the memories and the love that's in each thing. But I just feel like I don't know if she wore costume jewelry or she just liked wearing bright things, but only on certain occasions, if that makes sense. Hopefully it does. Where are you going now? Thank you. And she's taking me to Peter Pan as well, and to the Lost Boys, and to the marbles. If you remember from the film, where one of the Lost Boys had grown into an old man and he'd lost his marbles, and they found his marbles for him. And she says, "Mum, I found my marbles finally." Would that make any sense, please, Silvana? Okay. And yeah, thank you. All right. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, so it's I found my marble, she says. Um, thank you. And with Christmas, I just get the impression, right? What she's showing me is I don't know if it's like the street facing window, and it's just putting all these beautiful lights around it, but they're just gentle, not going crazy lights, but they're gentle, fading in and out lights. But I feel like sometimes the memories of her, the memories of others that you've lost along the way, it's like their memories fade in and fade out. And when they fade out, it's like, I've forgotten them, I've forgotten them. But actually, you know what? You haven't. It's just given you a bit more room to make more memories, if that makes sense. And that's why we fade in and we fade out, because when we fade in, you're remembering those beautiful times and those happier times. I want to say thank you, and I put my hand over your heart to say, Mum, thank you, because I couldn't have done it without your help, if that makes sense to you. Um, thank you. And Okay. I'm getting peas pudding, really, but also I don't know if she liked pesto, but I'm getting green pesto as well. I don't feel she would have eaten that on her own, but I just feel green pesto. All right, if that makes any sense. Sorry if it doesn't, but that's what she's showing me is green pesto. This is taking it out of the jar. Okay. Oh, thank you for confirming that as well. All right. Can I just say, please take her love and oh, bless her. Wishing upon a star, she says. I'm wishing upon a star. Hopefully that makes sense to you, my lovely. And I've got them here, she says. And I feel like this is dogs. Okay. So I literally just had a dog walker walk past with their gorgeous staffy looking mutt. And it's just like looking up at their owner, and it's just like, oh, they're human. And they just look so lovingly. And your daughter just said, I've got the dogs with me. Okay. So thank you so much, my lovely. So cheers, Silvana. And I just want to give you the biggest hugs going. All right. So everybody send hugs and loves to each other. All right. So, okay. So who we got? Have we got more time, Rob, or can I carry on, or have I got to stop?
It's up to you, Lainey. I mean, we are a little bit over where we normally are,
Oh,
and we do have
okay.
false cards, but if you've got one, I'm happy to wait. It's completely up to you.
Okay. Thank you. Can I just do one more then, if everybody's okay with
Yeah,
that?
of course. Yeah, we'd
Um,
love that. Thank you.
okay, I'd like to come to Lisa Duffy New, please. All right. She's saying her husband Rob and Uncle Ray. So Lisa Duffy New, Lisa Duffy New there. So Rob, okay, husband Rob and Uncle Ray. So hubby Rob and Unc Ray. Right. Don't ignore the expression Unc. All right. I used to call my Uncle Terry Unc. All right. So yeah. And being a funeral celebrant, I was at a funeral, and the flowers from the previous funeral that was before mine, I come out and it said, the flowers said Funkle. I mean, how cool is that? All right. So the reason I'm explaining this is because I feel your Uncle Ray, I want to put Funkle Ray. Okay. Because I feel like he was okay. He makes you feel like he was a misunderstood comedian. Would you understand this, please, Lisa Duffy? Okay. Um, all right. Yeah, and I just feel just so funny, right? It was Funkle Ray. Okay. And I feel like he would have been the one that would have been grabbing everybody. Not necessarily by the ear or the hair or the throat, he says, but he was the one to get everybody up and dancing and that. And he says it's such a shame nobody really has proper, happy, healthy family, friends, parties at home anymore. Nobody seems to have those. And it's just all those amazing memories. And I feel that that's something that your dad, I say your dad, but he's involved. And if he's on dad's side, but he's bringing in dad as well. I don't want to kill dad off, but he's bringing off is your Funkle Ray connected with your dad, please. You asked for hubby Rob as well, and him. Oh my gosh, him. I want to give him. I don't know if he had brown eyes, but I just feel like I'm drawn to my eyes. Look, see my eyeballs, right? Okay, but ouch, wish I hadn't done that. All right. But I'm being drawn to my eyes, and I feel his were we used to say, yes, he's in dad's side. Thank you. But it's your hubby Rob's eyes, and I just feel like I just want to swim, dive into his eyes, okay? And God, you'd have to have big eye sockets for me to dive in there, wouldn't he? Big. All right. But it's just showing me that there was just something about thank you. Would you understand, Lisa? Okay. That you got the opportunity, and it was the most beautifulest, lovingest, gonna get upset, but the most saddest moment of saying goodbye and to look into those beautiful eyes. Okay? I'm really picking up on this. I'm really sorry. Professional head, professional. Okay, but that's just that feeling that I get there of that opportunity to say your own goodbye. And I feel like it was it wasn't right at the very end, but I feel like it's you realize that that eye connection connected, and it was just something special, more so, but it was also goodbye. Would you understand this, please, Lisa? Lisa? Okay. Right. I feel better after that. Right. Okay, so we're just acknowledging that, all right? But that is the love, the feeling there, all right? But also the respect as well, because I feel like you, oh bless him. He says, you helped pick me up out the gutter. You give me a good old sheep dip, he says, and he's doing this through the sheep dip. This is him showing it to me, all right? I don't feel you literally did this, unless you did. People are weird, all right? But he's doing the sheep dip, and then you just blow dried me, did that with my hair, and it went ping, and then it all fell out. Okay, so there's something about his hair and then it falling out. Okay, and it's just he's just laughing. But I just feel like what he's trying to do is just make light of the incredible sadness and the hole in your heart that you feel. If this makes sense to you, my lovely. I will. Thank you. Who else did you want? Right. Okay. Thank you. Our Funkle Ray. Yeah, as well. Long hair maiden, Fawcett cut. Oh, you cruel person. All right. Ah, that's terrible, but as long as you understand, all right. But he doesn't say it with he just, that's his expression for that, all right, his way of describing that. But we had some seriously fun times, is how he makes me feel. And I feel like you just completely laid back. This was more, bless him. Okay, he gives me the feeling that it was like almost. Right. By accepting something, and I feel this was to do with him at the end or towards the end, by accepting didn't mean you gave up. And I feel like he accepted, but he didn't give up. Would you understand this, please, Lisa? Thank you. And he's also taking me to March as a special month. And I also want to say, thank you. I will. He's giving me. I'm going to describe the little posy. It's not a bouquet. It's a little posy of these most prettiest spring flowers, and they're all different colours, and they're such beautiful colours. And it just bringing that in. Just bringing in those beautiful, pretty flowers. The all the. Oh gosh, show me the bright yellows, the greens, the bright greens, the reds, the oranges, the purples, but they're all really small little flowers, little buds and that, and they but just so pretty. If that isn't a physical thing for you, then that's just bringing that into you. That all those little things that you keep sensing, feeling, hearing, whatever, and little sparks of light that are just like, oh, was that? But you sense and you feel him, and it's like this beautiful rush of gentle but loving energy coming through, and then you cry again because you're missing him, and it's like, oh my gosh. But he says that will get easier, my darling, it will get easier, but you'll start realizing that that love has never gone. All right, I'm going to leave it at that because we've run out of time basically, and I appreciate Rob doing all the work. So thank you, beautiful. I'm sensing so much fun. Brilliant. I am so pleased. All right. Yeah. So please take their love, but also my love and Spirit's love. All right. Can I just say to everybody watching and listening, be gentle with yourselves, okay? And just you know keep watching these shows, platform events, whatever, but know, even if you don't get a message, please know that your loved ones are always around. Okay, so thank you all so much. Rob, do I need to do a closing prayer now before we see Frank's cards?
Let's do Frank's cards and then we'll wrap up at the end. Is that all right, Lainey?
Okay, no worries. Thank you.
Perfect.
Cheers, everyone. Thank you, Rob.
Right. Well, I see why that one snuck in at the end there. Very emotional message, wasn't it? Beautiful. All right, friends. Well, even though Lainey started very early and has got a bit later than normal, got through lots and lots of messages, we can't get around to everyone in the evening, unfortunately. But that's why Frank from our church draws 3 animal cards each week so that we can all take away an uplifting message for the week ahead. So let's see what Frank's got for us this week. There's 3 crystals at the start here. Just tune into one of the crystals and then listen to the message that goes with that one.
Good evening. Our first crystal this evening is the amethyst, and with that goes the card for the deer. Deer is a highly emotional animal, gentle and kind, and full of innocence and grace. It says someone new may be about to enter your life. This relationship might be romantic or maybe just platonic. It says you may receive an unexpected message or be invited to a social event, and if you are, you should go. Deer can also indicate the beginning of new spiritual insight or an increase in intuitive ability. A deer represents a sensitive, open-hearted and caring person who's very experienced yet still quite fascinated by the world of emotion. And that can make her quite shy. She can be highly artistic and tends to love poetry, writing, music and any form of expressing her feelings. Her intense focus upon her own emotions might mean that she could forget to consider the intellectual side of things. Symbolising gentleness and innocence, the deer are truly beautiful to behold as they move through the forest with the pure grace of a ballet dancer fleeting across the stage. The sight of them can suddenly make you fill your heart with a flood of emotion. The deer reminds you to be gentle, not just with others, but also with yourself. And our second crystal is the citrine, and with that is the card for the unicorn. The unicorn is all about purity of intention, the ability to manifest whatever you need, unlimited resources, situations that work out perfectly, and miracles and magical experiences. The unicorn on this card offers to help you manifest your dreams. You may feel as though you're not ready to create the magical life you seek just yet. But the unicorn says you are. The unicorn believes in you and harbours no doubts that you're tapped into infinite wisdom. And you're more prepared than you can ever realise. By blending the passion of your heart's desire, your pure and wise intention to make a difference, you can do almost anything. Know that you're an excellent judge of character, so you surround yourself with only those who you know you can trust. Unicorns are one of the most magical of all creatures. Whether you consider them to be real or just mythical, their energy has been present with and held sacred by people since ancient times. They're pure of heart and able to manifest opportunity, enlightenment and prosperity because of their childhood faith. As you take on the perspective of a unicorn, allow the horn to represent your single-mindedness. You can also think of it as your magic wand. Let out your inner unicorn by trusting in your ability to summon infinite resources that will be needed to accomplish your goals and fulfill your dreams. And our third crystal is the rose quartz. With that goes the card for the rescued dog. The rescued dog is about success, happy news, attention from others, and recognition of merits and accomplishment. There is so much joy and happiness on this card. It says you've done an amazing job and you deserve all the attention you are now receiving. You may be chosen for a new project or to receive an award. Or you might find yourself in a situation where you're being picked out of a crowd and given a well-earned accolade. Don't be shy to accept it or fearful about this recognition. Let the world see the wonderful gifts that you have to offer. This card denotes great success and victory. The rescue dogs on this card represent triumph over adversity. They are the symbol of hope for the future and letting go of the past. There is nothing that fills your heart quite like bringing home a sweet canine soul and seeing the joy and gratitude and love in their eyes. In doing so, you have proclaimed them your one, the one to be in your life. And there is no better gift or reward than you will receive from your rescue dog. And all he'll ever want from you is your unconditional love, a warm home, and plenty of food. 3 lovely cards there tonight, all about success and all about reward for a job well done, and asking you to accept the praise when it's offered. Thank you for listening to me.
Lovely. Thank you, Frank. All right, friends, well, let's wrap up the whole service with a closing prayer from Lainey, and then we'll play the closing Vesper as usual. Thank you, Lainey.
Thanks, Rob. And I chose the rose quartz with the little dog, and basically I didn't know it was the little dog until afterwards, but it looks so much like my Bodhi, my little chihuahua thing that I call her. And yeah, so I could resonate with that. So thank you, Frank. Everyone else, please, if you're uncomfortable to do so, close your eyes, just relax yourself and just take the love that's emanating out there with the energy. Divine source, guide, spirit, friends and loved ones, thank you for working with me and through me. Thank you for bringing those messages from the spirit world to those here on the earth plane. As we've all said, the solace that you receive, knowing that our loved ones are always around us. Hopefully those that didn't receive a message to know that, and those that did receive a message, they know that as well. I'm waffling again, I do apologise. I ask that you continue to surround each and every one of us with your beautiful golden light of healing, love and protection, and continue sending out that healing where it is needed, and for us to take a bit of that healing back into ourselves. Until we meet again, Amen.
Well, a big thank you to our medium tonight, Lainey Baine, who did an extra long stint on the messages, but they were greatly needed and greatly appreciated. So thank you so much, Lainey. Well, thank you for everyone in church. Unfortunately, we didn't see you guys tonight, but I'm sure you had a great time in church. I can see on our camera some cars leaving the car park, so everything's all right there. Just some internet problem, I'm sure. Thank you to Frank for the animal cards at the end, as always. And thank you everyone for joining us and watching tonight. We really appreciate it. Hope you have a really good week ahead, and hope you can join us next week at 6:30 again. Take care.